person. It doesn't matter if there's noise. It doesn't matter if there's silence. I know where I'm headed, and I continue on that journey, and that journey is all about being the next Prime Minister of Belize and helping all the great people in Belize, and also inspiring the world.
Are you on Shyne?
How are you? Hello, iconic views.
Yes. My question to you is, what was that significant moment that clicked for you where you wanted to be motivated enough to be a representation in your community, let alone Belize?
I started my political trek about 11 or 12 years ago, back in either 2012 or 2013, I believe. I just was at a place in my life. I've been very fortunate with all of the difficulties and challenges that I've had. I've been extremely blessed. My dreams have come true. I've been able to do things, unlock codes, find the Holy Grail, and just live a life that people dream about. And I believe with that type of blessing, there comes a level of responsibility to give back. I think hip hop has always been very charitable, very philanthropic, and so for me, the space I was at in my life, the best thing that I could do, the best transition that I could have made was to continue serving people, but on the legislative level. Because if you look at the music that I made, my music served the people. My music was a voice for the voiceless. My music inspired people. My music impacted people's lives. And I think as a legislator, you do the same thing. It's just a little bit more intimate, and it's, to me, far more impactful. But it's debatable because music, music changes the world. I mean, you could be depressed and you turn on a song and it'll make you smile. You could be a bit stagnant and complacent and you listen to a song and you get motivated. So, music is definitely, one of the greatest forces on planet Earth. But as human beings, we have to have elected government officials that, create the policies that, help those musicians, help the creative sector, help the business sector. And I just believe there's no greater way for me to make my impact at that point and at this point moving forward than as a legislator.
Thank you for your time and thank you for being here. My question to you is, you've worked across all formats in production. How did you approach when you were doing Shyne's documentary?
Well, for me, I really wanted to be able to hit a lot of different audiences with this film. At the core, it's a hip-hop story, but it's really bigger than that. It's a global story. It's a story about faith. It's a story about triumph. And so we really put a lot of creative work into making it engaging, working on sequences. So, gone are the days of doing like the dry PBS style documentary, no shade to PBS, but you know what I mean, like where it's just talking heads. You have to really immerse the audience in the story. And so for that, we brought music in, we brought performance in, we brought recreations from the 90s, iconic golden era of hip hop time period. And so really it's thinking about the film as a whole and what scene work we can do and what other elements we can do to keep the audience fully entertained and engaged the whole way through.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Everybody that heard me wanted to sign me. I would ride my bicycle up the Brooklyn Bridge, and by the time I got down, raps would just come to my head.
I got a call. They was like, yo, you gotta hear this kid.
His name is Shyne. Kid is nice.
Now tell me who on the with us. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Whoa. This is a bad beat.
Everybody wanted him.
Somebody called Diddy and started talking crazy. Signing to Bad Boy, I became a millionaire.
Bad Boy was very much like a family for a very long time.
At this point, I'm with Puff all the time. I go to Club New York, we hanging out, and I think we're getting ready to leave.
And then you hear pop, pop, pop.
Bad boy.
Police are questioning entertainers Shyne, Puffy Combs, and Jennifer Lopez following a shooting at a nightclub.
I had nothing to do with a shooting in this club.
Puff couldn't handle going to jail. Every man for himself.
Puffy got acquitted and he got 10 years.
He was betrayed.
I was absolutely set up to be the fall guy. One of the most difficult parts of it was watching everybody succeed, watching 50. But I put out another album while I was there.
He got bigger.
I spent 10 years in prison, but I was able to move on.
The trajectory of Shyne after that changed.
There's a time to pivot. There's a time to transition.
And that's how I got into politics.
Catching up the guards quicker.
The politics just came naturally because that made me have a purpose.
That's a beautiful thing when somebody finds their true purpose in life.
To my very end, what's it all about?
This gentleman came with an aura around him, and everybody was drawn to him.
Caught up in this illusion called life.
Belize first, the Belizean people first.
This story is unbelievable.
Everybody's journey is different. Mine was 23 years. I sacrificed my career and life and family to be someone with humanity, with integrity, with honor.
Catching up the guards quicker. To my very end.